Hello, welcome to Board Games with Niramas. I'm Joseph and I think I'm live. It's been a bit confusing with all the settings. I'm still new to this whole thing with the live streaming, and yeah, I'm actually live now. That's nice. So, I'm Joseph. Board Games with Niramas is, of course, as most of you might know, a board gaming channel, analog games, tabletop games, whatever you want to call them. But we also now have Terraforming Mars, which is my favorite game on Steam as a digital game. So of course, I want to do some live streaming of that as well and show you guys how it works. So I did do a stream earlier today, but then I didn't really fix the settings properly, so I had too high volume on the game audio. But I put that down now. I think you can hear me okay when I'm talking as well. So let's start a solo playthrough. And we choose a corporation first of all. We have a pick of these two here. I did do Echoline earlier, so I think I'll do Foblog now, which is kind of nice for the whole. I like this, that the titanium is worth one more credit. That is awesome. And please, tell me in the live chat if you have ideas for what I should do in the game. If you have questions about the channel or about Terraforming Mars or the digital version as well, just ask away in the chat or in the comment section afterwards, if you're watching this afterwards, of course. So I'm going to go with Foblog. And then we have our 10 starting cards, and we need to figure out what to keep. Now I think, since I have an advantage, I start with 10 titanium and they are worth one extra. Of course, I will go for some titanium things here. So like this one is nice. The space station makes all these space tags cards cheaper, and they are of course paid. You can pay for them with titanium. Of course, I'm gonna take big asteroid as well. I'm gonna take geothermal power for the energy. That's also good. Satellites might be good as well, actually. If I'm gonna play a bunch of space tags, yeah, let's get that one. Then we have a red suit is good if you play it early, of course. But I might, let's see, how many cards am I taking? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I could play that. I'd rather take industrial microbes, actually. I want to get some steel production going. I could take rad suits and play it in the second generation. That's okay as well. So I think that's it. We're done, and now we start playing with here down here. I'm gonna go through this a little bit. If you haven't seen it before, it could be fun. So up here we have the standard projects. Just pay for them with credits and all that, just as in the normal game. You can sell cards as well and so on. We have the meters, the generation marker, and the meters over here, and the oceans. Everything is fairly simple to just tag along with. We have our TR over here on the left side. And here's also the pass button. And for multiplayer, the game also shows you the different players over here. And I'm going to do another video soon where I do a multiplayer game so you can see how that works. Because that's quite, in some ways, quite different. I prefer this as a solo game, as you might know, but especially on digital, because it's so fast. You don't have to sit and wait for other people to decide what to do. So when I play this, it's usually like 30 minutes. I have some music on and I'm just sitting in my own world. But I'm taking it a bit slower now so that you can tag along. Speaking of tags, here's the tag list. We only have a space tag to start off because we're Foblog, and we start with the space tag. And we can always check our corporation here to see the abilities. Here we can see our VP, which is a bit different from the board game. I'm not really sure that I like this, because in the board game I kind of like that in the middle of the game you're not really sure if you're in the lead or not. But here in the multiplayer game of the digital version, you always know where you're at, because you can just check the points basically. Not really a fan of that, but in solo game it doesn't matter at all. Then we have the actions over here. When we get action cards, we're gonna have them all in the same place, which is really handy. And we have our cards here, and we have the all the resources. I found this a bit weird when I started this, but I'm getting used to it. So the upper part is the production, the brown part sort of, and then you have whatever resources you actually have. So let's get started. Oh, by the way, you can do this as well. This is kind of cool. You can move it around. I really like that they made this so a nice looking graphic 3D thingy, not just a picture of the tabletop game, because some games do that. I think that's kind of boring when you do it digitally. So anyhow, let's get started, and I think of course we'll start with Space Station because that will give us a discount on the big asteroid and so on. And we'll pay with titanium, and because we're foblog, the titanium is now worth 4 instead of the normal 3. So yeah, we'll pay with 2 plus 2 credits. Please let me know in the chat if you can hear me properly. Just tell me in the chat if the sound is okay. I think it is, otherwise people would probably be not watching. Then we have the big asteroid, of course, that we want to do. And we'll pay with titanium. We're going to get 4 back as well. But it's nice to get that temperature going early, of course. So here we go. I'm just quickly going to check if there's an issue with the... okay. Yeah. Hi, Loki and DJ and Alex. Well, Alex, if you play against the AI, that's really boring because the AI is so stupid. It doesn't really do anything good. It doesn't work well yet. So the solo game is a lot better, to be honest. I'm a bit curious. But I don't see the chat on my mobile phone for some reason. But I see it on the computer, so it's okay. And I'm gonna, of course, work a lot on fixing different small things as we go. Like now, I put the... Well, that doesn't really look that good. I put like my logo up here, and you can do a lot of stuff like that in the stream program. Of course, you can do a lot of fun stuff. So we'll see as we go if I keep doing some more of that. Okay, so I think we'll call it a generation. There, I think we're happy with that. And we go to generation number 2, and it just handles all the production automatically, which is just so smooth. It's a bit fiddly, of course, when you do it live. Yeah, ice asteroid for sure, but I don't think we want any one of those. No, let's just do the ice asteroid then. I also want to save some money because I want to be able to do the these. I think this is most important right now to get some steel production going. That will also help us when we do the other stuff. The whatever that was called. Like no, yeah, this one. We can pay with steel in the next generation and so on. And then we'll do ice asteroid as well, and we'll use the titanium for that. And I think like a sort of standard for me is to take these titanium and the 2 cards to begin with. I think that's good. And the sound is so loud when you have those oceans. I hope you can still hear me. Okay. Well. Okay, yeah, we got this was interesting. We got this one, import of advanced GHG and decomposers. And both of these are... I mean, this is pretty good to start off with. Let's do this. Because we need to get that heat production going, of course. And... no, it doesn't have the promo cards, and yeah, it's just a base game. Which, I mean, I never thought, like 2 months ago, if someone would have asked me if I wanted to play the base game, I would have said no, probably. But since that's what we have, that's what I'm playing on the computer, because it's so easy. I almost got addicted just sitting and playing this over and over, trying to beat my score and so on. But of course, I'm waiting for the expansions to show up. And I actually got a newsletter today from Fricks Games, the developer, and they, in the newsletter, they told us that well, first of all, there's going to be a draft introduced in January, so you can draft in the multiplayer game, which will make the multiplayer game a lot more interesting for me. And second, they also told us that we are going to be able to access all things all the time, because right now I can watch the tags here while I'm choosing my cards. I can open my tags, which could be important to see, right? or my actions. But in some cases, like if I play a card that lets me look at a card, if you choose if you want to buy it or not, then you can't open your tags, which is just so annoying. So they're gonna fix that. I'm gonna go with Giant Space Mirror and Investment Loan, I think. That makes sense. And I still can't understand why the chat is not showing up. Yeah, DJ, I do like the look of the tiles. Like the water is not just a water tile; it's actually spreading out a little bit like this. I just think that's awesome that they spent the time to do that. And also this, there's a nuclear tile, whatever that is called, nuclear something. And when you play that, the whole screen goes white and like really cool stuff. So I'm gonna do investment loan to get that money. I think it's worth it. Get some money early on. And then we'll do, let's see, I think we'll do rad suits. If it's gonna pay off, we need to do it as soon as possible. Maybe we should have done that in generation number 2 actually. And let's see. Well, I think we'll save this one a bit, get some more steel. So let's do Giant Space Mirror for now and pay 1 titanium. Because that's kind of nice. It's always nice to have energy. If nothing else, it turns into heat, right? So let's see if I can... I don't think we can do that much more in this generation. I have a habit of just clicking everything all the time, which might look a bit weird. I'll try to not do that. I think it's from like other games, computer games, where I just constantly click things, like mobile games and so on. This is nice. Get some more steel production, and we can always and same goes for this. We can always lower the AI basically, or the computer. And we also have, I don't think we need solar power because we have some energy going other ways. So I think we're done there. Would like to get some actions going, but well, we're gonna do this one for sure to up the steel production. That's nice. And yeah, we'll just lower the, and then we'll do, so how many space tags do we have now? We have 3. So 4, yeah, we're gonna wait a little bit on doing satellites. Hopefully get some more space tags out before that. But let's do geothermal power because now we have 2 steel that we can spend. And that energy is gonna serve us well in the long run. And let's do energy tapping as well then. So that's pretty good. Now we have, what is it, 7 production of energy. That's nice. Yeah, so we'll go to the next generation. I'm a bit worried about the oxygen. We need to find a way to get the oxygen up. Hopefully we can find one of these cards that lets you spend 4 energy or 3 energy. But I haven't seen those yet. Oh, asteroid mining is nice, but to do this we need titanium production first. And I really want titanium production because it's extra good, right, when you have foblog. But this one is nice. Let's do this. Invention contest. And now, like this one, plantation. I'm wondering, oh, how many science tags do I have? I can just check it here. I have none. But if we take all of these... it's a bit crazy, I know. But then we will get at least 1. Yeah, I'm gonna get all of these. Those are all good cards here in the beginning. So now we can raise some temperature, which will get us a heat production as well. That's nice. We can do this one to get some cards. And now here's the example that I talked about earlier. Like right now I can't look at the tags. Or the actions. It's so annoying because there could be a card here that has a requirement and I want to check my tags, but I can't. So they're gonna fix that. Well, out of these, I'd say shuttles is pretty nice because It lowers the cost of space cards, gives us some money production. It's a while before we can play it though, but I think we'll take it anyway. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so that was pretty... Yeah, that was a fast generation. Let's just keep going to the next one. And I hope that we find some nice oxygen racing cards here. There's like 3 or 4 in the game. There's 4 actually, so... okay, Protected Valley is pretty good. We can pay for that with steel, and we are building up steel, so that's good. Black Polar Dust isn't bad either. I think we're gonna save some money. We just take that one. For now, at least. Oh, hey, Kabuki. Yeah, the digital version looks really nice. And it plays nice as well. The only like downside is that it's so early, so there's still a few bugs in it, and also there's only the base game, which is, you know, a bit boring when you're used to playing like I play with all the stuff, all the colonies and all that. Especially I miss Prelude. If they just I want them to introduce Prelude first of all. Well, actually the Hellas and Elysium as well. The maps are awesome. So where do we place this ocean? Well, not ocean, but greenery. I think we'll place it over here because then we can build on that. Because this counts as our space, so we can keep building from this one later on. I think that's a good one. And then, oh, let's just raise the temperature. But they did fix a lot of bugs as well. When the game came out a month ago, it was much worse. There's one thing I don't do now in the game. If I get Search for Life, I don't play it. I don't use Search for Life because the bug is that normally when you do Search for Life, is that you have it out as an action. You pay 1 credit to look at a card. If that card has a micro tag, then you find life on Mars and you get 3 points. But in this game, in the digital game, you also get to keep that card, which is of course cheating, and that shouldn't be. So if I see that card, I just ignore. I don't get it because it feels like I'm cheating. So, well, I'm not sure we're gonna make it, to be honest, because it's not looking that good. Generation number 7, and yeah, all right. This is interesting for the temperature there. We might need to work on something like this to get some plant production going. TR is not that interesting, to be honest, since we're just trying to survive here. I think we'll do both of these plant cards, and we'll do this one as well. So yeah, working on the terraforming that way. Well, you can sort of play against an AI, but that's a multiplayer game against an AI, which is really boring because the AI is not good at all. Like, I think it just basically I don't think it works. I think it just passes. I haven't really tried that. But this is the solo game, so the AI is just like the board that you have in front of you if you're playing this live, and the board game. So there's no, I mean, there's no automa in the system. It's just you play against time, basically, against the game. So let's see. I do want to get some plants going. I think what are the well, I think we'll do satellites now, because if you keep waiting, it just gets bad, you know, worse, because then of course there's not that many generations that it would generate that money. And then we'll do arch bacteria as well, get some plants going. It's just 1, but anyhow. And I think that's it, so keep going. Usually you have to do a lot of standard projects when you play the base game solo. That was my experience from the board game as well. But. So, oh, Vesta Shipyard. Definitely want that one. I want titanium production so bad. So the question is, do we want... We don't have any science tags. Might do micro mills though. Immigrant city could be nice, but it's sort of, it has to be, we have to get more cities then. We don't know if we get that, so we'll get those 2 cards for now. Well, you can play multiplayer against AI opponents, But I think if you're gonna play multiplayer, it's much better to play against other people, which you can do. The only problem with playing against other people that I found is that there's no like penalty system. There's no ranking really. Well, there's some sort of ranking, but yeah. So like if some people, if they notice that they're going to lose halfway, then they just quit, and that's so boring. And if they quit, then an AI takes over, and that AI is just passing all the time. It doesn't do anything. I think it maybe do something, but it's really weird. So I think multiplayer, I played it a bunch actually against friends. So if you play it against people that you actually know will be in the game and like the game, and you can have a voice chat going or on the phone, then it's really fun. I'm gonna sell some cards. I like to do that here because like this one, I don't like having too many cards that I need to keep track of. I'm just gonna sell this one, Decomposers. Okay. So that was pretty good. We got some heat going, some temperature raises, and we'll keep going here to the next generation. I did have some good games multiplayer as well, but I think also if I play this like live as a board game, then I don't really care if people take some time to. I mean, we can discuss things. We sit around the table drinking some coffee or whatever. Well, when I play it digitally, it's so annoying if people take too long to make decisions. So that can be really annoying. So I kind of tend to not want to do that. I'm kind of. Do I want to get Food Factory? It's good for the money. We can pay for it with steel as well. Martian Rails could be good if we had more cities out. Arctic Algae I want for sure. Because, yeah, there's 14 plants to be had there. 15 because you get one. So that's like paying 12 for almost 2 greeneries, which is nice. Let's do that. And let's see. And I'm not gonna start like playing a lot of digital games, of course, on the channel, but the occasional one could be fun actually. I mean, I'm thinking about there's some other board games that are good on the computer as well. Could do like a little side project with that because this is so easy for me. I don't need to shave even. I'm not in front of the camera. Let's raise the temperature as well. And we need to do Arctic Algae. Yeah, need to do it before it gets too late for the requirement. Let's see. So we have 14. Well, I definitely want to do Heather or Heather. I never knew how to pronounce that. So the plants are building up, and we'll do micro mills as well. So now it's looking kind of good. We have some steel production, we have production of everything. Still good energy production, but we need to find. I think we need to find one of those cards that lets you spend energy to raise oxygen. I think that's a must, really, the situation. But yeah, it didn't show up now. Okay, methane from titane, definitely want that. Can pay with titanium and gives us plant and heat production. Imported nitrogen is nice if we can get that other card out first, so we can place the microbes on it. And research is nice to get 2 cards, and those science tags could be really nice. So let's see, can we do that card, whatever it's called? GHG. No, we need more oxygen. I don't really think we need this one. This is for temperature. I would like to have the other one that is for oxygen. Let's do research first so we see what we get, right? Let's see if we get anything good. Well, actually, Red Can Factory could be a thing because we have so much energy production. We could give up 1. But I think right now, I want to do Yeah, I want to do plantation so I get the oxygen up, so then I can do this one. Yeah, so let's do this first. And I think we'll place it there. Some money and some steel. Let's see, can we afford this? No, we can't. We can't afford that right now. I'm gonna raise temperature twice again. So temperature is looking good. That's not gonna be an issue. I am a bit worried about the oxygen though. Yeah, of course they're gonna get. They are going to release the expansions, of course. I mean, this actual. Let's do this one. The whole thing here was delayed from when it was announced. So I think they're behind, and I don't think it's really. I mean, you can't really blame Stronghold or Fricks Games, because I think it's Asmodee Digital that handles this. So it's probably coming. It's just that it's gonna take a little time. I don't want to do this before I get the GHD out. It just feels like such a waste. On the other hand, I don't think we need this one. So you know what? Let's do this. Let's do the imported nitrogen, because then we can get another greener out right away, and that's nice. Because we can do a here. And then we get some oxygen as well. And then we'll just pass. I think, I mean, I can imagine that to make the Hellas and Elysium, you would have to do totally new maps. That might take some time, but I think for the actual prelude and so on, that shouldn't be that hard. This is kind of interesting. Now regulate eaters show up. Just after I use that microbe thing. So if we get this one now, then we will be able to, let's see, 11, 12, 13. We will only be able to use this once. But still, paying 16 in total for an oxygen is okay, I guess. We might find another way to add microbes, so yeah, let's get it. Also, this one is nice. We can pay with steel to get oceans out. So let's do that. Let's do this. And finally, some action cards, so I can show you how the actions work as well. So of course we'll do regulate eaters. Shows up here. Now we can use it. We can only use it to put a microbe on it, of course. Then we'll do the, let's see, yeah, we'll have to do this one now. Get that going. And yeah, guess that's it. Wow, it's not looking good, folks. This is gonna be a loss, I think. But I'm gonna try to the very end. So generation number 12. Way too late for this. This is pointless in the solar game, the protected habitats. Demos down though is nice. I guess we'll use this. Yeah, because we also get, yeah, we'll use this because we also get a bunch of steel from using it, which we then can use to pay for oceans and so on. So let's do this. And then we'll do the steel here. And as we get an ocean out, we'll also trigger to get the plants right. So put it down here. Now we get 2 extra plants. We're gonna do this to add a microbe. And if we do this adaptation technology, then we can actually do these 2. It's getting so late. Let's do this one for more plant production. But I think we're done for. We'll see. Now we'll put out more greeneries. And let's see, 4. Yes, we need 1. Oh, now we can do this, but we're not gonna do that, I reckon. But we'll do this. Oh, should have done that first, because then we would have gotten the bonus from the ocean. Doing things in the wrong order here. But in that case, let's put it here then, because then we get enough plants to do. Well, we would have gotten that anyhow, because yeah. Anyhow, we got another greener out now, which is nice. And normally I would be going for some city planning here, but I don't think that's gonna work out this time. We're just gonna have to try to survive if we can, and not worry too much about the points, right? So let's see, is that it, or could we do? No, we can't do anything else now. Oh yeah, Spirit Island is awesome. That's so good. Especially, I like it solo a lot, or 2 players, but not more than that, because then it gets too complex. I didn't get any Steam games during the winter sale, actually. I don't play that much. I don't usually play board games on digital versions, except for this one. I started doing some Carcassonne and some Genshin Clever and so on, but this is going to come on Android and iOS as well. Forgot to mention that. So that's going to be awesome. You can sit and do it on the tablet. You don't have to sit by the computer. Fuel generator. Here's Search for Life. I'm not going to get it. I don't think any of these cards really will help us out right now. Well, maybe water import from Europa, but it's really expensive. I don't think we'll make profit on that, so I'll ignore those. And as you can see, the temperature is not a problem. It's the other stuff that we need to worry about. But now we can at least get some oxygen by this one. And we can put out an ocean paying with some steel. Let's just keep building here so that we can get that money bonus here. I think we might even have to. I think it's too late for this now. All of these basically, so I'm gonna sell those. It's no point in putting them out now, so late game. And we're gonna do a standard project instead. Do Aquafire to seal this thing up here. We get a bunch of money when we put the greenery out here as well. So let's see, we'll put the greenery right here. And that gives us, well, not enough, but I will get another ocean then. 6, yeah. Because we will be able to get 1 ocean for cheap in the last generation from our action card. We'll say 1 for sure. I mean, I think you could play Spirit Island with like 4 players, but it would take a long time and it would be really complex to figure out how to combine all those powers together. But at the same time, that's fun as well. I love that in like games. So, but yeah, and especially if I'm gonna play it with like 3 or 4, then everybody has to know the game beforehand. Otherwise, it's not gonna work at all. But you can play solo with 2 spirits or 2 characters, and that is a challenge. That is really complex to do that solo and figure everything out. But if you want a real brain burner, then that's the way to go. Okay. So I think we might make it. We might make it. We'll see here in the last generation. It's just going to be standard projects if we don't get any good card here that we could use. We do have some steel and titanium, so Would be nice to get some card here that we can use. Not really. Well, bushes could be nice. There's also another bug in this game right now, is that after the game is over, if we're not finished with the oxygen, we get to place, you know, as normal you get to place greeneries at the end of the game if you have the plants for it. But you're not, according to the rules, you're not supposed to get that effect. You're not supposed to get TR and raise oxygen. But you can do it here, which is a bit of cheating as well. So, last ocean. And I think we'll gamble for a card, actually. Maybe we get something that we can use. Important GHG, we don't need that. We're gonna play the bushes because of the plants, and also that gives us plant production, which will help us with the last placement, right? And now we're running out of good spots to put the greeneries in. Would like to go over here, but yeah, let's just go up there. At least it's some money. And I think that's it. Now it's all down to standard project greeneries, basically. And I would like to get 2 more plants if possible, so I get 8 for the. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. No, it's not gonna work out. Wow, bad placement over here. We got stuck sort because I never did a city or anything. So we're not gonna get enough plants. Wow, we're not gonna make it. I just realized that. Because we can't build down here. And we're gonna be 1 plant short. As we get 7. Well, actually, according to the rules, we already lost because we need 1 more oxygen step, right? And we can't fix that regardless. But in this Steam game, we would have won if we had 1 more plant, because now as I pass, we get the chance to put out the last greenery after the game is over, and that would have counted, which would have been cheating, of course. But yeah, so, and this is also annoying. If I can't place, if I don't have 8 plants, why does it offer me plant conversion? It should just go straight past that. Okay, so here's the score as a failure, of course. Not that good score. 1 oxygen away from winning, but this is a loss. Yeah, but that's the digital game. I think it's fun, even though I really want to have the expansions, at least 1 of them. And in your profile, if you want to play with me, by the way, we could play together. Just look me up here. It's Niramas, of course, and some Keyforge picture. Like here, it says I have 8 games, and I'm karma level and so on. Don't really know how this works. You also have like achievements, but like this is 8 ranked games, I think, on the multiplayer. I played like 100 games in solo. And in the multiplayer, you have like a chat, like here. You can add friends and so on, which is nice. You can talk to people about starting games. You can start a game, you can join a game, you can do a quick play. Yeah, I'll show you that in another stream. But for now, I'm gonna call this one. And thank you so much for watching. And yeah, Kabuki, you should try Terraform Mars solo, especially if you have it, if you can play it on a table, have some music in the background and so on, and just it's really nice playing solo. I think that's my favorite way to play the game. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and we'll be back soon. We're gonna do some in this week to come, a bunch of live stuff, but also a bunch of recordings. So I'm hoping to get Martin's painting video out in a few days. That's gonna be nice when Martin is painting the first player marker for Terraforming Mars, the little rover plastic miniature. That's gonna be awesome. So thank you so much for watching. Have a great evening or morning, or whenever you're watching this. If you're watching afterwards, take care. Bye bye.